All right, this is the on-knee internal, external rotation throws. So this is starting as simple as we can right now to learn kind of the delivery in reverse. We want to learn the arm movements, and then we're kind of work down the kinetic chain. So we want to have a baseball, and we want to have a football. Just to understand the biomechanics here with the arm, we're just going to work on being in a chest open position and work on the arm rotational movements. Everything else is the movements to sync the arm up with the trunk movements. So just working the arm right now is going to be working rotation, where the arm rotates back and it rotates forward. Okay, and that's going to be rotation of the upper arm, or what we call the humerus. It's actually externally rotating and then internally rotating. It's important to note that the forearm is rotating as well. It rotates in supination, pronation. So it's a coupling effect of the arm, the humerus, and the shoulder stretching back, and then the forearm pronator stretching back to fire it into a reaction of internal rotation, pronation. Okay, so we go external rotation, supination, internal rotation, pronation. That's why I like to use the football, because when you use the football, it helps you learn as much the forearm movements as the shoulder movements to put the force on the ball in the case of this drill. And that's, so to spiral a football, if I don't pronate at the end, I don't create the spiral in release. If I stay back in supination, I'm just pushing force behind the ball. But when I actually pronate, it puts the spin on the ball, very similar to what happens with the baseball. So that's why I like the football. So, you know, you're going to do this with the football, you can do this with the baseball. The football is really great to make sure the forearm is working with the rotation of the shoulder. So on a knee, so we don't have to worry about the lower half, we're going to be on a knee, chest up, and the elbow is going to abduct to shoulder height, and we're going to lay back, and we're already in supination with the football. The thumb is back. Okay? We're going to lay back, we're going to let it stretch, relax and stretch. I like to sit here. You can just tighten this up like if it's your glove. There's no trunk rotation at all. This is the shoulders just laying back, and when you're ready, you do want to push the trunk forward a little bit. So you can lean into it. You fall, it's okay. You want to lean into it a little bit because the kinetic chain is always trying to work. So leaning the first segment, or what's called the distal segment first, is going to help fire the upper body to where we're not just in a place where we're pushing the ball. That's not what we want. We want the arm staying stationary, the ball laying back. We're going to lean the trunk forward. That's going to help pull the arm into rotation or fire the arm into rotation. And to keep the tight spiral, you want to feel that pronation to release. So it would work like this. Okay? So you could get, your target could be 15, 20 feet, or you go 45 feet, or you can work back to 45 feet. That's typically where we like to go in drills, up to 45 feet. And just keep those reps going here. And if you know you're pronating well is when you get that tight spiral. When I see this and when I see a nose down, I'm getting the tight spiral. So from here, it's bringing in the baseballs and just incorporating the same movement. Tuck the glove. You actually are supinating, but you're resisting supination. So what happens when you lay back, your thumb is being pulled back. You're resisting that, and that's what fires it into pronation. So you can sit here and bounce, be in good thoracic extension too. That helps it. All right, and then when you're ready to go, you push your trunk forward and you fire. Like I said, same thing. You could work 20 feet away to your target or partner, and then you could build back to 45 feet. Okay? And you really want to avoid pushing the elbow forward. We don't want any of these movements because this is not how we throw at high velocities. We want the arm stays back and it turns over as our weight goes forward. So the arm will quickly internally rotate. That helps us get rid of the ball as the trunk energy projects it forward. If we didn't, we pushed out here, we're stopping the trunk and we're trying to use the arm. We don't want that. We want the elbow back and we're turning it over, and we want to feel the arm pronate to release. It's healthier for the elbow. Takes stress off the elbow the earlier we pronate. Okay, and you want to work with your target. If you're going left to right, you're pulling across your body, or you're pulling back and you're releasing it that way. It's just external rotation, internal rotation. You just want this movement with some forward trunk tilt, and that's going to keep everything going straight to release. Okay? So that's our first drill. That's your on the external rotation, internal rotation throws,